Hello there, welcome back to Lecture 1. I thought we'd have a look at what we did just in case some of you missed it or some of you just want to revise it. The slides alone are on Moodle 2. So here's the first slide. I said hello to you and I told you how to contact me. It's by email, stevebarker@brooks.ac.uk. We went through the learning outcomes and really that was about the structure of the module, okay? How it works, and also we'd learn why we need to understand management as engineers and some basic concepts, products, customers, costs, etc. Then we went through the assessment information. There are two things you're assessed on. There's an examination in week 12, which is 70% of the overall marks, and you have to get 40% in that examination. There's also group work, coursework, which is 30%. Let's have a look. The coursework, there's details of it. You have to come up with a new product and go through what's needed and write a nice engineering report. As I said, it's 30% of the overall marks. You do it in groups of 5 or less. That is 4 or 5. No more, no less. And the report between you has got to be less than 3,000 words. Anything over won't be read. The interesting thing is you'll mark it yourselves. Not your own work, but someone else in your cohort. There'll be very strict guidelines on how to do it, and I'll make sure it's done fair. I do this so you understand exactly what's required by the lecturers when we mark your work. So the examination, weeks 12 I hope, 2 parts, multiple choice, which makes up 50% of the marks. It's a choice of 4 answers. If you don't know, just try. You won't be penalised if you get it wrong. And then there's 2 short essay questions. What is management? You had a chat with your colleagues and you come up with a number of answers. There's some of them. Managing or controlling. I don't like controlling. Skillful use of resources and materials. Means to accomplish an end. But I was quite pleased with achieving an objective through the work of others. So why do you study management? And I ask for your ideas. As engineers, you'll spend a significant part of your day managing. Whether it's your time, your materials, whatever, you will be managing. Everyone who is employed, unless you're self-employed, is managed by someone else. And in our personal lives, we need to manage finances, workloads, etc., etc. So perhaps you should study it. What's involved? You need to know the what, why, when, how, where, who, and how much. Okay? Otherwise, you may get it wrong. Managing yourself, mortgages, relationships, etc., etc. Time management, especially at university. Few tips. I went through this basically. I hate people who start sentences with basically, but it is basically. Prioritise jobs. Read emails once, deal with them, delete them. Read bits of paper once and get rid of them. What happens when it goes wrong? There's an action plan. Okay? Types of management. We spoke about managing ourselves, but are there any other ways or types of management? And there's the answers. When in business we talk about management, these are the 4 departments we tend to think of. Operations, it's where things happen. Inputs are transformed into outputs. And as engineers, this is where you'll be employed. You'll be making things happen. Finance, they pay the bills and chase people who owe them money. Human resources, hire and fire, training, etc., etc. Marketing, communicating with the customer, finding out what they want, and telling them when you've done what they want. Your management task. This is the second time you've seen it now. Read it in depth, okay? Understand it. Ooh, where do you start? First of all, you form teams. You'll be doing this week 2 of 5 or 4. No more, no less. Please try and mix those groups up, gender, nationality, age, etc. Because we find very mixed groups get the best marks because you all bring very different viewpoints. What is a product? It's something you can smell, see, hold, taste, use, store, etc., etc. Unlike a service that's consumed as it's delivered, a meal, a haircut, a holiday, etc. So what's the customer after with this can of drink, this one here? It's actually a metallic container, carbonated stuff that will rot your guts, and it's been delivered and stacked on a shelf or in a refrigerator, and it begs for your attention. Look at me, buy me. So what does the customer want? Is it the contents, the can, the brand, satisfaction, all of them? It could be any one of them, or it could be all of them. But what they really want is the benefit from buying it. They don't want the thing itself, they want a benefit. They seek to acquire benefits when they buy things, and you'll choose it because it's better, cheaper or classier way of meeting your needs. Yeah, that's why you buy things. Here's a slightly silly example. Someone buying a drill doesn't want a drill. They don't want to own a drill. They want to make holes, yeah? So what's the lesson here? The drill is just a means to an end. Nobody wants to own a collection of drills. They're not pretty to look at. They don't do anything except make holes. So you get them when you want to make holes, yeah? If you forget this, your business will go bankrupt pretty quickly. Who is the customer? We all think it's the person on the end. Sorry, many people think it's the person on the end. But it's a bit more complicated than that. Take a look at this. Coca-Cola. Look in the middle. There's the bottler who has bought the franchise of Coca-Cola, the rights to make it and sell it. So they're a customer of Coca-Cola. They're a buy from a chemicals company, so they're a customer of a chemical company. They're a customer of farmers who sell to a sugar company. They're a customer of the canned people, etc., etc. Then they sell to their own customers, the distributors, the retailers, and ultimately the end user. So there's a lot of customers, and this is called the supply chain. And the man in the street or the woman in the street who buys from a shop is the end of the supply chain. Lots of customers. So why do we want to produce a product? You know why. Profit. Lots of costs to consider though. It's not just money in, it's money out. And you need to think about all of those in your plan. So hopefully you now know what's required of you and how the module works. If you still don't understand, speak to me at a lecture. A reminder, study the course handbook. It's on Moodle. I printed some out, so hopefully you pick some up at the lecture. Get a hold of the textbook. There are 2 listed, at least 2 listed in the module guide. Either one will do. And that's about it. See you soon. Bye.